Hello divas, dudes and dolls, I'm Caricature, and welcome back to my colorful, colloquial, and comment-laden review show, Very Slay, where we go over each and every look on Drag Race Espana Season 4. Here we go, y'all. We're starting a 4th season, again! And Dragula is right around the corner too! Yay! I will say though, I wasn't going to do the season of Espana originally, but the promo theme got me together so severely that I feel like I have to. And luckily there's only gonna be a few weeks of crossover where we're gonna have like 3 or 4 reviews going on at a time because of where Philippines and Global All-Stars are in their episode counts. By the time these seasons start, the other seasons will be so close to the end that realistically there's probably only gonna be like 5 or 6 people left. So those episodes will be really, really short and easy to edit, so I think I can manage. Again, we will have Dragula reviews coming to the channel, so get excited. But also, please join the Patreon, and please subscribe. Any support is appreciated. Again, as always, liking, commenting, subscribing, it goes a long way. But I'm excited for this season of Espana. I hope it's better than Season 3, and I hope it's better than All Stars. I want Season 1 and 2 energy. With this cast, I'm hopeful. There's some cool looks, some cool perspectives, and some styles of drag that we really haven't seen on Drag Race for a while. So I'm excited to see what we've got down the pipeline. Now, when we get into these looks, if I think a look is just fine, meets the brief, but doesn't blow me away, we give it an okay. If I absolutely adore it, we give it a slay, and if I don't like it for any reason, we give it a big ol' nay. It's all in efforts to find my slay of the day, my favorite look out of the set, and whichever look in the first episode of this season wins the top spot will go head to head against whichever look from the promo is my favorite, and whichever look holds the top spot to be my slay of the season. By the time we have a crowned winner, I'll make an illustration out of it. I know I'm very behind on all of that, but art takes time, and I've been very busy. So we'll get there eventually. I'll have sneak peeks up on Patreon as I get things worked on. Let's move on over to the other scene and start diving into this brand new cast. Let's see what we've got. I'm also just going to apologize now. Pronouncing foreign names is not a strong suit that I have. I can try my best though. We're going off of strictly the looks, no reflection on the queens themselves. So we're gonna go over these in alphabetical order. Starting off, Angelita Le Perversa. This is cute. I like the yellow. I love the cape and like the coat element of this. The bodysuit is fine, but I do think this is a really good promo look. And with this black and white set, these monochromatic looks pop so well. I'm not the biggest fan of the hair, mostly because I don't think that this hairstyle is the most flattering on a lot of people, but it's not bad. And I do like that it's blonde and she has this kind of like sunshine thing going on. It's cute. It's cute. I'm gonna give it a slay. Next up, we have Chloe Vuittu, and I think the pink is cute for this as well. I love the hair. This is very Y2K energy, so I think it's got a good vibe to it. It's kind of giving me somewhere between like Heatherette and Juicy Couture, that kind of era of fashion. The fur boot things, it's kind of giving me like rainbow Uggs. Like there were girls in my high school that would wear these like rainbow monster shoes around casually, and they were so dirty and so gross. So I appreciate that these are clean. And I love a pink fishnet with a pink look. I think it's the right choice. I love her makeup as well. It's cute. I think it's a nice, clean, streamlined look. I'm gonna give it a slay. Next up, we have Dita Dubois. And aside from the hair and the like fringy leg warmer bit thingies, I love this. I love this color blue. My favorite part of this is the jacket, the lapel, the dark gem work on the lapel too, and the silhouette of the shoulder is so good. It's so correct. I love the jewelry color being like a darker blue tone across the look. I love how the main outfit itself, it's basically a nude bodysuit with the belts over the top of it. You can kind of see, if you really get into the look, you can see like the line of the edge of the bodysuit underneath all of the blue here, which I don't mind. I think it's a fantastic illusion because you really have to get in there and look for it. But this is really, really great. Really solid look to start off with. I do wish the hair was a little different, or that she had a bigger brim on the hat. I think if the hat was a bit more dramatic, it would work even better. but it's one of my favorites this week, by far. And if I'm correct, I believe that she's a Canary Island girl, but she doesn't do like Canary Island drag, which is kind of interesting to see. So I'm excited to see her aesthetic and how it's going to play out on the show. This is the sleigh. Next up, we have Kelly Pasa, and the fact that this look is made out of like artificial turf, and there's like little trees on the train of this dress is so good. It's so good. I love everything about this. It's one of my favorite promo looks I've seen in a long time, I have to say. The silhouette is pretty simple. It's not anything impressive by any means. I do like that the shoes have that artificial turf kind of on the platform of the heel, and that she has like an anklet out of it as well. I think this look is a really interesting, really striking look, especially with this promo theme and everything being black and white. Her being in this all white bodysuit, white base makeup, a huge dark black liner, a black lip, and green accents, she really pops on this set more than a lot of the other contestants do. I'm really intrigued. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do. This is by far a slay, hands down. Next up, we have La Niña del Antro. I love this color. I love the headpiece, but I think the draping of the fabric in the back is a little odd because it's lopsided. Like, it's higher on her left, like the viewer's right, looking at it head on. So there's some issues with that there for me. And I don't quite understand like how that works. I like the look overall a lot, and I love her makeup. I'm like, she's a doll. We love a doll. And she also kind of comes through in the same school of thought makeup-wise that I do, where being a doll does not limit you to doing like soft, natural, passable, pretty girl makeup for drag. I love that her makeup is huge. It takes up so much of her face. And like, she is stamped. So I'm excited to see the makeup we're gonna get from her in particular. But there are some finishing issues with details in this outfit that I'm not blown away by. And this look overall, once you really get into the details, I'm not crazy about. So I'm just gonna give this one an okay. But I am really excited to see what we're gonna get from her across the season. Next up, we have Le Coco. Love this color on her. Love this orange. I love the pant. I am a whore for a palazzo pant like this. So correct. I love the proportions of this whole thing. Like, the color palette is wonderful, and I love that it's not like a really bright orange. I like that it's a little more dark. It's a little burnt orange vibes. I love the lip. I love that there's a variation in the orange tones too. I do wish there had been some stoning or some embellishment work on this, but the look on its own still works really well for me. It is one of the simpler looks, but I think it's so well done that I'm gonna give it a slay. Next up, we have Mariana Stars. Love, 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 love. One of my favorite looks out of this promo. I love the scale of this skirt. And I love a big poofy skirt that has like a sheer underskirt that also has a really big poofy hem when drag. I think it's real camp. So this works incredibly successfully for me. She's a muggy girl. I love it. You can definitely tell the kind of influences in her makeup as well. So I'm a fan. I think it's very cute. It's very demure, very cutesy. And I think the silhouette and scale overall for her look is incredibly well done. Love this hair. This is a moment where, as much as I don't like sculptural wigs like this one works for me because it's not too much in the sculptural department, and the scale of everything is correct, especially adding the flowers in, I think really takes it all the way there. This is the slay. Next up, we have Migui Yelo, which I am probably butchering that name. And what's exciting about this one is that this is the first pit crew member who has then gone on to be a contestant on the show. So that's kind of cool, kind of fierce, kind of slay. I like the hair in this a lot. But other than that, I think the look it's fine. It's not incredibly impressive. I love the little jacket. I like that it's the same fabric on the jacket and what's on the skirt. And I like the boots. But I don't know. There's just a couple detail things with this that I wish were all the way there. I wish that the sheer that we've got on the gloves and the torso were also on the legs, like as tights. I wish it was just like a full purple moment because the bare leg kind of takes me out of the full purple fantasy. And I also think when you get into a lot of these other looks, while this is cool and I like it, I do think that there are other looks that have all of the details correct and the scale correct in ways that this look does not. So I'm going to give this look an okay. Next up, we have Miss Christo, who is very much giving us Alexander McQueen Horn of Plenty, but in a Pepto-Bismol shade, which I think is very fun, and I'm very, very here for it. I caught the Alexander McQueen references right away, not just in the lip shape, but also in this sort of like houndstooth tessellation sort of pattern that's broken up through the look. It's smart. It feels like it's derivative, but still a spin on the original reference, not just an Alexander McQueen nod. So this is exciting to me because I'm hoping that we're gonna see some more like fashion-y references in her looks. And if they're this good, I'm gonna be a big fan of hers. So I'm gonna give this a slay. Next up, we have Porca the Club Kid. And this is the one performer this season that I think I'm probably the most excited for, because I don't think we have really seen somebody come in to the show who does like full kind of Lee Bowery Club Kid drag at this scale in quite a long time. So this is incredibly exciting to me. I love the scale of it. I love the pants. They're so ridiculous. I love the face. She looks like a Muppet. And I mean that in the most loving way. I'm particularly very ready to see what she's gonna do on this runway. Because just scrolling through her Instagram as I'm doing this review now, she's got some fun looks. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how she translates her aesthetic onto the Drag Race stage. And I hope she's funny. I hope she goes a long way. She's one of my favorites already, like, by far. Slay. Next up, we have Shani La Santa. I love the color of this gown, but I wish that the hip drape situation was a little lower, because with where it's at, it cuts her torso off in a really weird way, and I wish that this dress fully hit the floor, because with where it's at, it throws her proportions off incredibly badly. It's the combination of the torso with this type of a sleeve that cuts off the arm as well, and then a skirt that makes your legs look like they're a little wonky in terms of length. And I don't like this hair at all. There's just a lot of detail things with this that I'm not the biggest fan of. I like the embellishment work, I like the jewelry, but the proportions throw my eye off so much that I cannot get past them. I think her makeup's great, but the hair is not flattering at all. Especially this bang. This bang is evil. I don't like it. It's my least favorite out of this whole promo. I'm gonna give this look a nay. And finally, we have Vampirasian, which is a wild drag name. This is the one that is the most polished. This is the one that the details are the most like correctly placed. It's the right print on the textile. It's the right ruffle treatment on the hem. It's the right fringe work and beading along the neckline and along this little sleeve situation. I love the tights. I love the gloves. I love every single thing about this look. And on top of that, her makeup is so good. Like, this is such a fun eye shape. And just from, again, looking through her Instagram, I'm very excited by what she's gonna bring as well. I think this look alone is a little different from what we would kind of expect to see from her. But this is high drag. Normally, I don't like looks that stop mid-calf like this in terms of the length, but this silhouette is so flattering on her that it still works. So this is a really solid promo look. One of my favorites as well. I'm gonna give this a slay. And with that being said, it's time to pick my slay of the day out of all of these looks. And there were some real standouts, but I have to say that I think my favorite look when it really comes down to it is the last one we talked about from Vampirasian. So she's gonna get our first slay of the day, and her look will go head to head up against whichever look is my favorite out of episode 1. We'll see you when the season starts on September 22nd. We'll see you sometime early in that next week, I'm sure, with that first review. Stay tuned for all of that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of those lovely little things. I appreciate each and every one of them. And be sure to go out there, y'all. Stay kind, stay queer, and make sure that your day is very slay.